A couple of quick comments. I really liked the way Goga played. He was aggressive. He was forceful. He was a factor at both ends. Stepped into his shots with decisiveness and aggression, and he protected the rim and rebounded. And so, he did a really solid job. We had some other bright spots here and there, but overall, we're going to need to play better. The whole thing's distorted by the fact we're missing a lot of our main guys, but we're just going to turn the page, and the next 4 days of prep are key headed into Charlotte.
Talking again about Goga, seeing him take advantage of the opportunity and shoot the ball as well as he did, how big a confidence boost can that be for him going forward?
Should be big. It should be big. He's got every reason to believe in himself. I mean, he's a hard worker. He puts in the time. He puts in the reps. And it's just all about trusting the process and trusting his skill and his feel. Just very unique things for a 7-footer.
As he develops, how hard is it for you going to be to find minutes for him behind two other good centers, and you've been playing Isaiah at the 5? How do you envision kind of balancing all those minutes out?
We'll see. But we've got 4 guys that are very good players. We've got really all of them are young. I mean, the oldest guy is 25. Domas and Myles are 25 years old. I mean, I was a rookie in the NBA when I was 25. And Isaiah's 19 and Goga's 22 or whatever it is. I mean, these guys are exciting young players, and so we have a great luxury there. We have a lot of depth, and we know they're all ready.
Speaking of Isaiah, he's had quite a few lob opportunities in the preseason, a threat that the Pacers haven't really had in past seasons. What kind of stuff does that open up for you when you have a guy who can just be a vertical advantage over any defender?
Yeah, it puts pressure on the rim. It's a different way to put pressure on the rim. And so it's one of the reasons we felt that drafting him at 22 would be a real asset to our team. He knocked in 2 threes. Goga knocked in 4 threes. We got 6 threes out of those 2 guys, which is also a big plus.
I guess, how frustrating is it to kind of go into the season opener? You really haven't had your whole team together. I mean, you've obviously had them at various times in camp, but all on the floor at the same time. You just haven't had it.
Yeah, listen, we're gonna be okay. The start of the season is very difficult. We're dealt the hand that we're dealt, and when you coach in this league, you've got to have a strategy for adversity. And our strategy is we're going to focus on what we have and not what we don't have.
Goga, big second half for you tonight. How did it feel to have your shot falling like it was?
Just believing in my shot. I mean, it felt great, obviously. Finally seeing making some shots. Just gotta stay consistent with workouts and just believing in your shot, which is hard when you're not playing and you see missing shots. You just gotta keep working and just gotta stay ready.
There's been different rotations, different times that you've played, first half, second half during the preseason. Would you call this camp and this preseason challenging at you for all to adapt to those different roles?
Definitely, it's hard. Not gonna lie, when you don't know when you're gonna get in the game, but you gotta stay professional. It's NBA. Whenever you go, whenever you get a chance, you just gotta stay ready, which is hard, like I said. But just trusting my shot, trusting my work, trusting coach, letting me play. Obviously, and it's challenging. But in this life, you got a lot of challenges. You gotta go through it. Just gotta stay consistent. Just gotta believe in yourself and believe the God. So, yeah.
Coach Carlisle's opening comments, basically the first thing he said was how pleased he was with the way you played. What did he have to say to you after the game?
We didn't talk, to be honest, but I gotta thank him, giving me the opportunity. But I played basically the whole second half. He could have put somebody else in there, but he believed in me and just let me play. I appreciate that, and I made shots. We obviously lost, but just gotta stay consistent, like I said, and again, it's up to my teammates, trusting me, giving me opportunity to get these shots, and just very much appreciate it.
When you do get an opportunity to get out there, a lot of times it's short bursts. Does it take you 3, 4, 5 minutes of game time to start finding a rhythm and get comfortable?
Like I said, man, it's hard, especially for big guys. Your body takes a little more time to warm up and just get the feel for the game. But the one thing I learned throughout this 2 years, and it's my third year, that you gotta attack the game. It's hard. Like when you come off the bench, you can't just wait for the game to come to you. You gotta attack the game, and which is really hard when you're not used to it. But you gotta adjust to the system and adjust the minutes and just how you play.
Myles, how nice was it for you tonight to see Goga play the way he did in the second half, 18 points and hitting 4 threes?
Confidence booster for him, man. I think that, you can practice this all you want, but when you actually execute this in a game, it does nothing but bode well to your confidence, especially last game of the preseason. Hopefully build some positive momentum for him going into coming into the stretch of this regular season. But I was happy for him. I think we all were.
Myles, you guys have had 4 games now against actual opponents running Carlisle's offense, the spread out style. How do you feel like you fit in it, and how do you feel like it's working so far for you guys?
I love it. This is as involved as I've ever been, and I'm happy with it so far. And I know we still have a ways to go. But from the preliminary stuff, I like what he's put in. It's preseason, so you don't want to put everything in and show everything you got. So we're still adding stuff. But from a personal standpoint, I feel like I have more opportunities to be aggressive. I'm more involved. And I'm encouraged, to go out there and shoot the ball and, be effective offensively, more than I have in the past. So I'm in a great place with it.
Seems like guys change roles often throughout the game and the half offensively. Do you like that? It's kind of interchangeable where you are in a given possession. Do you think that helps you guys?
Yeah, I think it's just positionless basketball. I think that as a whole, that's where the league itself is moving. So, I like where we're at.
Well, do you feel like if the Pacers had to get a grade for this preseason, it would just be incomplete?
Yeah, I couldn't really put a grade on it itself, especially with the injuries we've had and the random lineups that have been put out there. So, I can't necessarily put a grade on it now.
What's your primary objective over the next 4 days now that you have a chance to get some guys back and still do a little bit of practice, but to get ready for Wednesday?
For one, staying healthy, just make sure to take care of my body. I think it should be everybody's priority for the next few days. Mental clarity, preseason's over with, you're starting to adjust to, what we have here as far as coach staff and whatnot. And, man, this is where the real thing starts. So, I think, we go into practice with a renewed mindset that, this is just for real now. So, mind, body, spirit, just getting ourselves ready.
Isaiah, just in general from 4 preseason games, what have you learned about yourself and about this league?
One, for myself, I feel like just slowing down. I feel like when I'm out there, I just quick to pass the ball or do something crazy. So, I think one thing I learned is just trying to slow down, slow the game down, let the game come to me.
Even though Sabonis and Turner are veterans, the 4 of you bigs are quite a collection of young guys. How does that dynamic work? And do you sense anything special in that group?
I feel like we all play try to play tough the whole game, whether it's on the offensive end or defensive end. And all of us can shoot, stretch the ball out, catch lobs, and just dominate. So, I feel like with the play style we playing, like me and Goga playing like the extra minutes from like Sabonis and Myles, I feel like that'd be real good because we can come right in and do the same thing that they was doing.
Speaking of lobs, Rick mentioned that vertical spacing is something that's helpful for the team. It's another way to put pressure on the rim. How much do lobs kind of define your offensive game and help you open up space for yourself and others?
I feel like that's one of the main things of my game. Because with being a lob threat, like you said, I mean, if I don't have the ball, the opposite guy, like baseline is helping. We got a corner pass or a corner shot, or if they not helping, you just throw it up. So I mean, and the big gotta choose if you're gonna like guard the guard or guard me. So I mean, I feel like being a lob threat it can help a lot of teams, and it's gonna help this team too, continuing on.
Coach Carlisle has not been shy in mentioning how the defensive improvement is needed from a team perspective. Where do you think this team needs to get better on that end of the floor?
Yeah, I feel like our on-ball defense, especially with me, I feel like I be reaching a lot, and I just stay down and just guard. Then I feel like our backside, we need to work on just our help side defense. I feel like we just don't really trust each other right now. But I mean, as the season continues on, I feel like we're gonna get that trust, and that backside is gonna be there, and we're gonna be able to like just run freely with our defense and just run and soar with it.
With the practices you've had, is it clear to you that each practice kind of skews to, defense first and then work on your offense?
Yeah, that's one of the main things that we've been working on, just our defense, the defensive end, because the offense is just going to come natural. You can't really think about the offense. It's just the defense we just got to work on and just key in on. Because we can be a good defense. If we be a good defensive team, I feel like we compete with anybody in the league. So, I mean, as long as we get stops on defense, the offensive end can work on itself.